quick message for y'all real quick while I'm out here in this storm. Um, I was just sitting here thinking that if I had a dollar for every time people doubted me, I would be rich as fuck, man. I would be rich as fuck. Every time somebody doubted me, every time I was overlooked, every time someone else was chose over me, every time, just every time people doubted me, if I was able to get a dollar for all of those times, I would be rich as fuck. You know, when you experience stuff like that, initially you automatically begin to look down on yourself. You know, if you haven't gained the understanding of it yet, you will tend to look down on yourself. You will tend to doubt yourself. You will tend to believe the things that people think of you, say about you, and all of those things. You know, but one thing you got to understand is the importance of tapping into who you are, having an understanding of the power that you have, having an understanding of who you are as a person. Then when people doubt you and things like that, it has no effect on you in a negative way. Once you have that understanding, once you find who you are, once you figure out the power that you have within inside of you, there's nothing no one can say to you. You feel me? There's no amount of words or no, doubt that people can put on you to where you'll sit there and start doubting yourself. To where you'll start sitting there looking down on yourself. You feel me? Once you find who you are, once you figure that out and figure out the power that you have, though, you got to be strong enough. You got to be able to stand 10 toes down with that, with who you are, with the power that you have within inside of you. Because a lot of people in this lifetime, at some point, they do figure out who they are. They do figure out the kind of power they have. But a lot of them aren't strong enough to stand 10 toes down in that. A lot of them, once they figure it out, they are afraid to even own up to it. Embrace it. Because that's who you are. That's what you have inside of you. You can't sit there and allow people doubting you and everything to dictate your life or to define who you are as a person. And a lot of times you will find that when those people place doubt on you, that a lot of times it's a projection. A lot of times when people have bad shit to say about you or do you wrong in any kind of way, it's really a projection on you about them. There's some shit going on with inside of them. That's what that is. And they trying to put that energy off on you and trying to make it seem like you have a problem or, you have an issue and you don't. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful of when people sit there and doubt you. When people sit there and just refuse, because what it is monitoring spirits that's around you. A lot of them. It can be friends, family, hell, some of your co-workers. You got some monitoring spirits who will be off in the cut, watching you from afar and shit. But then you got those who will make their way to be directly in your energy, in your presence. And they will pretend really well that they fuck with you and they really don't. Whole time you thinking they are, and you sitting there telling everything about you. You know what I'm saying? telling everything about you, and just venting to them about your life and what you're going through, and whole time they pretending like they understand and that they care, and they don't. All you doing is giving them bait. Them really your enemies. And before you know it, that same shit you done vented to them about, those times where you was feeling down or depressed and shit, before you know it, it'll be them same ones who sit there and throw that shit in your face somehow, when you least expect it. You have to get to a point in your life where you search, figure out, go to God and universe, figure out who you are as a person. Understand who you are as a person. Understand the power that you have within inside of you to do whatever it is you're trying to do in this world, in this lifetime, and then some. And once you figure them things out, then you have to make sure you have the strength to stand on it, to embrace it, to own it. You feel me? Because when you do that, then it don't matter how many times people doubt you. Motherfuckers like to sit there and pray on your downfall before there's even a downfall. You feel me? People really sit there and project all this negative shit, all this negative energy into your world. Saying all this negative shit, all this doubt, before anything even happens. And you got to get to a place where you can either fall back from them type of people, or get to a point where you strong enough to be in their presence and you hearing the shit they saying, but then you can ignore it. It don't have no effect on you, because you have an understanding that that's them. You're projecting on me some shit you got going on with inside of you. You feel me?